Welcome to another edition of Commission Corner. I'm Commissioner Carson Eddie Edwards, and this is where we highlight exciting initiatives, upcoming programs, and share information about the progress we're making together to keep our city moving forward. Today we have a very special guest joining us, someone I'll be introducing a little later in the program. As I mark my first year serving on the Miramar Commission, I want to take a moment to reflect and reaffirm my commitment to representing all residents of our city. It has been both an honor and a privilege to serve this vibrant and diverse community. One of the most rewarding aspects of this role is being able to assist residents when challenges arise, whether helping connect individuals with city services or working through concerns that affect our neighborhoods. It brings me great satisfaction to know that my office can make a positive difference in the lives of our residents. I would also like to recognize the dedicated employees of the City of Miramar who continue to do an outstanding job serving our community every day. I would also like to express my appreciation to my colleagues on the dais. Together, we work with a unified goal of serving the best interests of our residents and businesses. I am proud to say that this has been one of the most harmonious commissions in many years, with commissioners working collaboratively and voting unanimously on the vast majority of items that came before us as we conduct the business of the city. This spirit of cooperation allows us to move forward effectively and focus on what truly matters, our community. Another important part of our city's success is the strength of our local businesses, especially our small entrepreneurs who invest their time, talent, and resources to build opportunities within Miramar. Supporting our local businesses helps strengthen our economy, create jobs, and maintain the unique character of our community. I encourage residents to continue supporting and patronizing our local businesses as they play a vital role in the continued growth and prosperity of our city. Miramar is a vibrant and growing city, and while change is inevitable, it is important that we understand how our city operates and the factors that allow it to function effectively. I encourage you residents to remain engaged and informed about issues that impact our community. For example, there has been discussion about eliminating real estate taxes. While that idea may sound appealing on the surface, it's important to recognize that the revenues generated from these taxes help fund critical public safety services, which are essential to maintaining the quality of life our residents value. I urge everyone to pay close attention to this issue and take the time to educate yourselves about the potential impact. Equally important is the role that cultural events and community gatherings play in strengthening our city. These events bring residents together, allowing us to celebrate our differences while learning more about one another's tradition and cultures. By embracing and understanding our diversity, we can continue to build a community that is connected, respectful, and thriving. Miramar is doing well as a city. While we are not perfect, we are working diligently to address areas where improvements are needed and to ensure that our community continues to move forward. My office is always open to you. I welcome your emails and phone calls, and you're also encouraged to schedule an appointment if you'd like to meet with me personally to discuss ideas that can help improve our city. I also invite you to attend our events, such as community conversations, where residents can share their thoughts and collaborate on ways to keep Miramar strong and thriving. Let us continue to work together to ensure that Miramar remains a city we are all proud to call home. Here are a few events on the calendar that I want to bring to your attention. I'm so excited and proud to host one of my favorite dance troupes, the National Dance Theatre Company of Jamaica, performing at the Miramar Cultural Center on Friday, April 10th. Known internationally for their critically acclaimed performances, the company masterfully blends traditional Caribbean movement, modern dance, and powerful storytelling to create unforgettable productions that celebrate culture and heritage. This promises to be an extraordinary evening of world-class dance, and I encourage residents to secure their tickets early as this highly anticipated performance is expected to sell out quickly. Earlier I mentioned that we have a guest on today's episode. He's here to speak about the Miramar Invitational Track and Field event coming in April. The 5th annual Miramar Invitational comes to the Anson Sports Complex on April 4th. And my guest today is none other than the meet director, Mr. Tony Campbell. Tony, welcome. How are you doing today?
I want to thank you first, Mr. Commissioner, for having me here. It's very important that we get the information out about the Miramar Invitational because it's very vital that they get it out so they can come support our event that we're having this year.
So you have a top, over the years, you've had this invitational that so many top names come in and then so many new track stars that break out. How do you do that?
Well, I've been very fortunate that track and field has been my life dream, and I've been involved in the sport for more than 35 years, and I've come to know everybody in the world, and I have all their numbers on my phone, and we get along quite well, so I can call them up and ask them to please come and support this Miramar Invitational because it's a great event that's growing every year. This will be our 5th year. And we're growing by leaps and bounds, let me just say.
All right. So what can we expect? Who are some of the big stars we can expect at the Miramar Invitational on April 4th?
Well, this is probably going to be our most exciting edition because we're adding relays this year.
Oh.
Yes, we have 2 teams from Jamaica coming in to run against 2 teams from the U.S. We also got a team from the Dominican Republic. We're trying to get Canada. Canada hasn't decided yet whether they're coming or not, but if they come, then that'll give us the medal winners from the World Championship, which will add some spice to the whole event. We want to bring that pen relay atmosphere here to Miramar because, we have a large Jamaican contingent, and Jamaica always supports their athletes. That's why we want all of them to turn out and support them this year. And we have in our top names from Jamaica coming in, we have Kashane Thompson, who's going to run the 150-meter race and the relay. We got Sharika Jackson, who's going to come in and run like she ran last year, a 300-meter race and a relay. And we have the Clayton twins coming in as well. So they'll be competing. So as you can see, we have some of the cream of the creme coming in from Jamaica to this big event.
And who are some of the other names from the USA and the other countries?
Wow, I tell you, we have them from all over the world coming in here to the meet. Some of the biggest names from the U.S., Kenny Bednarik, who was a 200-meter a medalist, and 100 and 200 will be here competing. Melissa Jackson is going to run a relay. She's the triple gold medalist from the World Championships. So like I said, just to name a few, like I said, really off the top of my head, it's difficult to remember all of the athletes that are coming, but those are the bigger names Americans. We were hoping to have Noah Lyles that weekend, but he's getting married, that weekend. So we won't be able to get him at all. But, like I said, America will be well represented as far as the sprints are concerned. That's not a problem at all.
All right. Now, over the years, we've seen where a lot of records are broken and set at the Miramar Invitational. You think we're going to see some of that this year?
Well, that's the dream, but it's difficult early in the year to run. Sha'Carri came here and ran 1077 and 1055 here, which was some astronomical times. If we can approach that, boy, that'd be godsend. Yeah, we'll have some top flight American sprinters coming in, and I forgot to mention Mr. Hakeem Blake, who's one of my favorite sprinters. He's going to come in and run the 100 here. He's been a past winner here, and he loves to come to Miramar because he knows that he's going to get first-class treatment.
We always do that. What are the hours of the meet?
Well, the meet's going to start at 11:30 with some prelims. We're going to run the relay early, so you need to get here early because the action will be starting hot and heavy around midday. So you want to get here and parking here. You know, if you want to get a good parking space, get here because
Absolutely.
parking could be anywhere here at Miramar. So many people come out for this meet, you know, so get here early, you know, bring the family, bring your picnic baskets and get ready to have a fun day at the track.
How do we get tickets?
Well, they can get tickets through the city. We work with Ticketmaster. They handle all our ticketing for the meet. If you need more information, you can call City Hall, and we'll put the information on the screen there so you can look at it as well.
Okay, so we're looking forward to a fabulous day. The Miramar Invitational is the 5th installment, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've got some history here, and we're just looking forward to a fabulous day. Some big names, some speed, some records, and certainly I know you always deliver.
And remember that we also have fabulous food there with our food trucks and so forth, so you can have a very good time here as well as far as that's concerned.
Mr. Tony Campbell, director of the Miramar Invitational. It's happening at the Anson Sports Complex on April 4th. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we look forward to a wonderful meet.
And I want to thank you, Mr. Commissioner, for having me come in because it's very important to get the message out.
A pleasure. Thank you for trusting me to serve and for standing with us as we work together to keep Miramar thriving. Remember, our community is strongest when we show up for one another. Together, we'll continue building a stronger, more connected community. And remember, here in Miramar, we listen, we care, we serve. So I encourage you to reach out, share your ideas, and let your voice be heard. You can contact my office anytime at 954-602-3830 or email me directly at cadwards@MiramarFL.gov. Don't forget, you can also follow me on social media at Eddie4Miramar. I'm Commissioner Carson Eddie Edwards, and I'll see you next time right here on Commission Corner.